Uh, and 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 everything is going to be all right. We talking about talking to your partner tonight. All right, daily go getism show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also tonight on this Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. We are talking about limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about. I should have called the show what you can or can't talk to your man or woman about, because that's basically what it boils down to. You know, it's hard to find somebody to get into a relationship with, and it's hard to stay inside of a relationship and get a relationship really established and be able to thrive and feel good and get comfortable in a relationship. And one of the things that really concerns the people about trying to get into a relationship or getting into a relationship or feeling comfortable in a relationship is the ability to be able to trust. The ability to be able to trust. And that's a big percentage of what we're talking about when we talk about what your limitations on what your limitations may be on what you can talk about with your man or your woman. For me and my purposes, you should be able to talk to your man or your woman about anything that's going on with you. You should be able to talk to them about your past. You should be able to talk to them about what's going on now. You should be able to talk about what your future plans are. You should be able to talk about what's going on with you. You should be able to talk about your health. You should really be able to talk to your man or your woman about your health concerns, your personal health concerns, what you think is going on with you, what your fears are. Your fears have a lot to do with your mental and emotional health, and they can directly affect your physical health. So if you can't talk to your man or your woman about the things that concern you, the things that make you anxious, the things that make you afraid, the things that make you uncomfortable, even if those things are your man or your woman, then we have a problem, Houston. We have a problem, Milwaukee. We have a problem, Jacksonville. We have a problem, New Orleans. We have a problem, LA. We have a problem, Chicago. We have a problem, New York, Philly, Trenton, the Bricks. That's Newark. Salt Lake City. We have a problem anywhere, Phoenix. We have a problem. You know, like what's going on in the world is one thing. What's going on inside your world is a whole other thing. And one of the things that can always make a person feel better about what's happening with them is when they have someone that they know that they can go to talk to, that won't blab their business or won't make them feel ridiculous or vilified or make them feel small about being unsure or about not knowing or about being wrong. But when we talk about limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about, what we're talking about is a little bit easier than that. It's easier than that, and it's also harder than that. Because you might not be able to talk to your man or your woman about sports because they don't like sports. They ain't into that. Video games. They ain't into that. I don't know. You could be into crafting. They ain't into that. That's your thing. You could talk to them about, I don't know, celebrity gossip. If that's your thing, they ain't into that. They don't want to hear that. So you got to talk to somebody else about that. And as much as people don't want to give credence to that or don't want to use that as a reason or even an excuse, when you can't talk to the one that you love or the one that you're closest to about the things that are important to you, then who are you going to talk to about it? You're going to eventually find somebody that you can talk to about those things. Oh yeah, I mean, I can't talk to my girl about anything that has anything to do with another woman. So any of my exes, any of the trauma that I may have experienced with that, I can't talk to her about that because she looks at it like maybe she's trying to be helpful, but she looks at it like you shouldn't let your exes have that kind of hold on you. And if they have that type of hold on you, then how can I hold you? If somebody else has a hold on you, then how can I hold you? So, it's kind of like her jealousy and insecurity is coming out, but she don't understand. Maybe my ex tried to kill me. Maybe my ex really embarrassed me or humiliated me. Maybe she emasculated me and took away a large part of my self-esteem that I had before. Or maybe she just made me look at the world in a different way that was uncomfortable instead of being able to look at it in a way that had a greater perspective. Maybe. Nonetheless, I can't even talk to my girl about, or I can't talk to my woman about even a female employee that might be giving me trouble. In other words, I can't talk about another woman without her thinking that I have some involvement with that woman. That's a problem. And that's a limitation. That's a limitation on what you can talk to your woman about, or a limitation on what you can talk to your man about if you're a woman. That's a problem. What the biggest part of that being a problem is? If another member of the opposite sex is something that you can't talk to your partner about, then if another member of the opposite sex puts you in danger, you can't talk to the person that you go to for comfort and talk about that. So they can't help you. You have to scratch them off of the list of people that would be able to help you when they're supposed to be the main ones that you can turn to for help. Limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about. I don't know. You might like porn. I like porn. Personally, I like porn. I'm not a porn addict. Matter of fact, all my DVDs are like, I ain't bought no porn DVD since the DVD man was popping. He used to hit me off with the 3 to 10, three DVDs for 10. You know what I'm saying? I watch porn. I'm not big into porn, but I like a porn. You throw in a porn, I'm gonna watch this shit. Like, oh, look at this. They getting their nail on. Super smack. Anyway, if you like porn and your partner, hopefully you ain't a porn addict. Hopefully you're not in a place where you can only be sexually aroused if it's a pornographic scene or a pornographic type of sex that you're having. Hopefully it's not that. But if you like porn, you should at least be able to watch the porn with your man or your woman. Like, look, let's do what they doing. Even if y'all don't do that all the time, you should be able to enjoy the things with your man or your woman that you enjoy by yourself. If you want to enjoy the things that you enjoy by yourself with somebody else, that should be to somebody else. So bottom line is, if you can't talk to your man or your woman, we got a problem. There's a problem there. And it may be a problem that can be easily solved, but you got to get to it. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. Limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this your daily. The Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show on this Throwback Thursday, let's get real about relationships Thursday. We are talking about limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about when you can't talk to your man or your woman. I said you can't talk to your man or your woman. What I'm doing? What we doing? Why I mean, kind of talk to you about nothing. But we got to talk to you about something. We got to talk to you about something. No, got to talk to you about something, girl. Come on, let me. Come and talk to me. I really wanna. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's that deep. And you know, honestly, I've known couples since I've been involved in relationships, and that's been shoot since I was in single digits. Shoot, I've been, I swear, I've been having boyfriend. I mean, I've been having girlfriends since I feel like since I came out of the womb. I was probably delivered by a woman. Anyway, anyway, um, but you choose for yourself who you're going to deal with and how you're going to deal with them. You actually choose for yourself how you're going to be with someone that you're with. And we don't always exercise our power in that regard, but we should. We should. You should always put yourself in the best position to be as comfortable as possible with the one that you say that you love or the one that you like and that you're moving towards a loving relationship with. You should always be that way. There should be no exceptions to that rule. You know, you want to get it popping. You want to get it popping with the person that you love the most. And the person that's close to you should be the one that you love the most, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, you shouldn't be coming home to a person that you can't even talk to about how your day went because they don't want to hear it. They don't seem to be interested in your day-to-day activities. Now, you might ask yourself, well, how are you with somebody? How are you with somebody who you can't really talk to? How does that happen? Well, it's easy. Some people substitute what they really want or what they really need for something else. Like they might substitute their need to be heard with their need to be able to pay their bills. They may substitute their need for understanding for their sexual needs. They may substitute their need for connection with their need for their children to be provided for. To me, that sounds sad. Real trap. To me, that sounds sad. But you know, as well as I know, there are plenty of people who fit this bill. And there may be times when you have sacrificed your relationship comfortability, security, for more material things or more tangible things. And it is a sacrifice. You may have felt like, well, I gave up or I sacrificed my need for emotional stability for financial stability. So my man, as a woman, my man gives me, he provides. He's a great provider. And you know, a lot of women are with men who are good providers. They come through with that dough. What they don't come through with is that no. They don't know nothing. So it's hard to talk to them about anything because they don't know much. And they might not be willing to learn. You know, people nowadays, they be talking about a lot of people think that the only thing that really matters in life nowadays is money. You got to get to that bag. You got to get to that bag. All of that knowledge, all of All of that schooling, all of that education don't mean nothing if you can't make the money. If you were such a scholar, why can't you make $1? You need to go make arrangements with the funeral parlor. And a lot of people are going for that. Like, yo, look, my money is straight. I can make anything else in the world straight. That's the mentality that we have going on with a lot of people. And it's felt pretty worldwide. Well, you know what? I don't know if it's felt like that worldwide. I'm gonna tell you like this. The worldwide that matters is the worldwide inside of you. So if somebody can distract you from your true happiness and make you concentrate on nothing but financial happiness, well, you might go for it. But it's a sacrifice on your behalf. So you spent 20 or 30 years in a marriage. Here you are, straight middle-aged, and you ain't never really been happy in a relationship. Nobody says you never been in love, but I mean, you ain't never been in happy. How is it that you can be with somebody for 20 or 30 years? I don't care. It's 5 years that you can't talk to about what's going on with you, how you're feeling inside. I'm going to tell you something. And this is going to be an interesting perspective, I think. But look at these dudes out here that are on the down low. You know, dudes who are married to women, with women, married to them, going with them, been in long-term relationships with them, living with them. But they have a thing for men. They have sex with men. They are attracted to men. They're gay. And these women are like, I never knew he was like that. Nobody ever, he gave no indications that he was gay. Now, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. You will never, ever, ever convince me that a man is gay and with a woman and he showed no signs to her that he was gay. Now, maybe in today's society, we're looking for different signs of somebody being a homosexual. You know what I mean? The lines are so blurred now. You can do almost everything besides yell to the hilltops that you're gay, and people be like, no, he ain't gay. He's just different. See, back in the day, it wasn't like that. But anyway, the real challenge for that man that's on the down low, the real reason that his woman may not have known is because he didn't feel like he could talk to his woman about who he really was. Now, I'm not saying that it's her fault. I'm not saying that it's her fault, but there are limitations on what he could talk to her about, because maybe he wouldn't be able to be with her. Maybe she wouldn't be able to be with him if she knew that he was bisexual. I can't even believe I said the word bisexual, because I don't use that word. You ain't no such thing. You gay or you're not. You got them feelings inside or you don't. That's it for me. But to be politically correct, which I don't like the term either, but to be socially correct, okay, we have to take that into consideration. Now, can you imagine the internal battle that you are having with yourself about your sexuality, and the person that's closest to you, the person that you may have children with, that you may be living with, that you may have a marriage certificate with, that you may have gone with for multiple years, does not know how you feel about the same sex, because there were limitations on what you could tell them. You couldn't talk to them about your sexuality without expecting them to either break up with you or expose you. And maybe you weren't ready for all of that. Serious shit. I don't agree with the lifestyle, but I know being gay can't be easy. It can't be as easy as they make it seem these days. It can't be. Because I'm thinking that at a young age, when you realize and you have fully established what your sexuality is, and you may have fought through it. I ain't all the way gay. Even if I am gay, I ain't all the way gay. So, you continue to deal with the opposite sex until the opportunity finally grants itself to you. Until your internal battle, you start to lose your internal battle to keep up the straight facade, and then the opportunity presents itself. And you know who the opportunity probably will present itself with? Someone who you can talk to. Someone who you can talk to about who you are, who will understand how you feel, will empathize, sympathize, and comfort you in your transition. Man, listen, that ain't no different. That ain't no different than if you start cheating on your girl or your woman because you can't talk to them about anime and you want to be able to talk about anime. No, I ain't talking about I ain't talking about Tina Turner. The other anime. Them big wide-eyed Japanese cartoons. What up, T. Carey Wright? Morning, noon, and night. What's up, Stacy White? Thanks for coming on through the night. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. We are talking about limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. Do you understand? Do you know what I'm saying? Stacey White says security is very important to me. Understandable. TK Wright says this is one of the ways inappropriate relationships start. Opening up to other people other than your man or your woman. And she also says porn. I guess that's supposed to be porn. Porn has never been my thing, so I don't want to hear about that hear about that all of the time. You can talk or joke about it, sure, but excessive convos is suspect to me, and that's actually understandable. Also, she says this topic is really important in the Black community. Historically, we downplay trauma. Fear of optics prevents us from sharing things that could potentially bring us closer to our significant other. Cal Chamberlain, me friend, me favorita, she done got it here late, but it is always really great to see ya. And thanks to the other 5 people that just popped up out of nowhere. It's good to see me, some y'all. That's what I'm talking about. We talk about limitations on what you can talk to your man or your woman about. Limitations. Like, you know, hey, man, you know how every man, every woman has her thing, has his thing. Everybody has their thing. And when you can't talk to your man or your woman about that thing that you are into, it makes it hard, man. Like you might be a collector of something, coins, basketball, baseball cards, cards of any type. What are some other things that people collect? Nerdy things. You might be into bugs. Some people into bugs. My daughter's into bugs. Hopefully, when and if she gets a boyfriend, she'll be able to talk to him about bugs. Like, I like bugs. I see a roach and I started to be like, look at him. It might be weird to me and you, but when you hook up with somebody and you're swapping DNA with them, I think you should be able to swap ideas with them. You mean to tell me that you would let a man run all up in you? All the way up in you. Hey, yo, cervix. Hey, uterus. Is ovary home? No. How about ova? No. Yeah, you'll let him go all the way up in you. But he can't talk to you. But you can't talk to him about the fact that you like to wear makeup. You like weaving makeup. Yeah, I tease women about weaving makeup all the time. But guess what? If I was with a woman that wore weave and makeup all the time, then she would have to be able to talk to me about it. That's the trade-off. Like if I made the decision and I know that you in the weave and makeup and I decide that we gonna be together, guess what? I gotta be open to those conversations about weave and makeup because that's what I see you into, and that's your appearance all the time. You ain't gonna be taking off your makeup. You know, women who wear weave and makeup, they don't disrobe around the house for their man. They got on that shit all the time. They don't feel comfortable without it. That becomes their new face. That's what they say. That's what they mean when they say, I got to put on my face. Bottom line is, if I'm with somebody, then I have to be comfortable with who I'm with. I should be able to talk to them about my thing. If I collect baseball cards, I should be able to talk to my woman about collecting baseball cards. Like, that's my thing. You know, we might want to go to trade shows. I might want to bring her to trade shows. I don't want to go to trade shows by myself. You know what I mean? And, you know, I might go to comic conventions. What do they call that shit? Comic Con. You know, if I was in the comic books and that Marvel, all that old bullshit. Yeah, and I call it bullshit because it's bullshit to me. But if I was with a woman that was into that shit, then I got to get into it. She can at least talk to me about it. You know what I mean? It's not like I never read a comic book before. It's not like I've never been into that kind of. I ain't never been into it. You know. But nonetheless, you can talk to me about that. We can talk. I'm not gonna tell you, all right, go ahead with that bullshit. Go ahead, that bullshit. I don't hear none of that shit. Like, nah. You don't blow off the person that's closest to you. Because when they're in trouble, then they can't come to you. You're not a resource for them. How you going to be with somebody that's not a resource for you? How you going to be with somebody that you can't go to? How you going to be with somebody that you can't count on, that you can't depend on, that you can't be sure will be there to back you up and to help you out when you are in your deepest and most troubled time of need? Huh? Well, a lot of us do it. Can't talk to my woman about another woman. No woman that I talk about will always be in doubt. She thinks that I'm trying to dig another sister out, and that's not really what is going on. She's trying to take me out. My ex is trying to flex. He's trying to make me into an ex, the ex-living person out here. And I'm trying to tell you what's going on, my dear. I need a restraining order and also hide my son and daughter. This shit is crazy. And if I'm in danger, that means that you're in danger too. We a crew. So no, I haven't had sex with her in a long time. What is wrong with you? What's wrong? What type time are you on? No, I'm telling you, we gotta find shelter. Somebody need to help you. All right. Mia Cunningham. What's going on, Mia? Good to see me some you. Good. TK Wright says, I collect comics. Which you should definitely be with a man that, you listen. I know I tease adults about all that Marvel shit, these Marvel movies that be coming out. I be like, yo, man, when y'all don't watch no real heroes, these niggas in the trenches, y'all watch these motherfuckers. But hey, if that's your thing, that's the thing that makes you feel good, then that's good for you. You know, we don't have to always enjoy all of the same things at the same time. But you should be able to talk the same way that you should be able to come to me if you're bleeding out. I should be able to wrap your arm up, put a tourniquet on it and get you to safety, get you to a place where you will be able to be healthy again. It's the same way you should be able to come to me when you're in emotional trouble. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be crying on somebody else's shoulder or having to hold in your tears because you think I'm going to call you a punk. Like, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. It ain't cool. Yeah. Allergies. That ain't cool. You should be able to talk to somebody about your allergies. Like, I can't talk to my girl about my allergies, man. She be thinking I'm a sneeze on her or breathe on her. She think you can get allergies from other people. You know what I mean? She thinks there's such thing as contagious allergies. Yeah, my girl dumb, but but I still love her. That type shit. Carol says, what the hell you giving a GYN exam? Well, I'm saying if you will let your man, it's technically every time you have sex as a woman, you allow a man to give you a GYN exam. I mean, he's touching down there, he's entering the vaginal cavity, he's moving, pushing flesh around, moving back walls, moving furniture around and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, only thing that's missing is the stirrups. And some of y'all freaks out there are into that. So yeah. Yes, Carol. That's right. He's giving you a GYN exam. Mia says, I don't think there's anything that you shouldn't be able to talk to your significant other about. I know, and that sounds good in theory, but in practice, a lot of people no. Carol says, I collect watches. Taki, don't judge me. I collect watches too. That's real shit. TK right says, I was with this dude who I couldn't talk to him about sports at all. That's weird. And he's a man. So that seemed like role reversal. But yeah, some people are like that. Excuse me. Carol says, wow, Taki, I thought that most men were sports fans. Yeah. It ain't always like that. TK Wright says he wasn't the first. He wasn't the first one. I like men who are into science. Often they aren't into sports. Wow. It's crazy. But all right. Carol says science makes for good conversation. I like science too. TK Wright says, I've gone to Comic-Con dressed up. I use Halloween as my own personal Comic-Con. Okay. Carol says, I've never been to Comic-Con. Sounds interesting. Well, working at the convention center, I've been to Comic-Con. Everything ain't for everybody. But you should still be able to talk to the person that's close to you. You should be able to talk to them about it. Mia says being able to be completely vulnerable to someone is a very scary thing, but when you can and not feel judged is great. I still have a hard time expressing myself in some things. And she says, I like science too, Carol, and anything that has to do with space. I can watch that all day. Okay. And that's what I mean. Everybody has their thing. But when you can't talk to your partner, your love, your significant other, your man, your woman, your spouse, about your thing, that's a lonely place. You know what I mean? It's hard to hate all by yourself, and it's hard to love all by yourself. I love battle rap. Anybody who knows me knows that I love battle rap. Now, you won't hear me out in the streets always talking about this battler and that battler and all that kind of stuff, but I order pay-per-views. I watch this shit. You know what I mean? They get my money at least once a month. At least. So battle rap is not like hip hop where you're going to know the people that I'm talking about. This is all underground stuff. None of these guys are big stars. So But any woman that I'm dealing with, they gonna hear about battle rap. You know what I mean? You ain't got to know who they are. Just know that I enjoy it, and I'll tell you why. You know, for me, it's the last stand in hip hop. Like today's hip hop is all over the place. Battle rap is where it's supposed to be. And that's what I like about it. Lyrical skill, back and forth. Sure, they talk about, killing each other, cutting each other's heads off, having sex with each other's spouses and all kinds of disrespectful shit that nobody should ever say to anybody, but that's the battle part. And that's what I like about it. Gloves off, no rules. It's disrespectful even when it's respectful. So, of course, if I talk about Easy the Block Captain or Hitman, well, you might know Hitman Holla because he's on Wildin' Out. But if I talk about Loaded Lux or if I talk about T-Top or if I talk about Sue Surf or somebody like that, you might not know who I'm talking about. But if you know I'm into it and I tell you why I like it or whatever, if I ask you to watch a match with me or something like that, you might find that you might find it to be enjoyable. Bottom line is, I can talk to you about what I like. I don't feel like I have to avoid the topic. And interestingly enough, I will talk to the woman I'm dealing with. I talk to my girl about battle rap because I don't have no other friends that's into this shit. So she has to be the last stand. Like, you gonna get this work. You understand what I'm saying? None of the dudes that I know, they ain't into that shit. They don't know nothing about it. They don't. They might be able to tell you who the baby is, but I can't. I ain't into. I'm not into today's. But nonetheless, limitations on what you can talk to your man or woman about. That ain't acceptable. Oh. TK Ray says, how was it? Oh, I've only gone in New York City. Oh, Comic-Con? For me, it was work. So we had to make sure that the bathrooms was clean and that, the stations were taken care of and everything was wiped down. And we had to make sure that the trash cans were set up and all. When you work for this shit, you don't get to, but there was people who were in the comics. And just like you were saying, there were people dressed up and all that kind of stuff. It was interesting. Not the most interesting event that I've seen, but it was interesting. That was their thing. That was their thing. Honestly, to me, the tattoo convention was more interesting because I'm like, these motherfuckers they ain't got an inch of untattooed skin on their body. But anyway, let's say I was into tattoos or my woman was into tattoos. If I'm with her, I'm going to have to see them. Shoot. And she take her clothes off. I feel like I'm making love to the Sunday comics. Remember the Sunday paper? They had the comics. If I was into a woman that was into tattoos that much, I'm not. But if I was, I would have to accept that. She would have to be able to talk to me about that. That's her thing. Imagine not being able to talk to your man or your woman about your thing. And there are a lot of people who fit that bill. They can't talk to their woman or their man about their thing. They keep getting cut off and shut out. Man, go ahead with all that. I told you I want to hear that. he or she gonna go find somebody else who will try to hear it. And I ain't saying that it's all your fault, but it go the way it go. Mia says, and nature and animals. Oh, how natural disasters get me too. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tornadoes. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like the Discovery Channel is a friend to me. It's funny. I never really looked at that as science. When I think about science, I be thinking about experiments and stuff like that. But it's all science. All right. TK Wright says it is lonely. I really like that guy, but I couldn't accept not being able to talk about being able to talk, especially since I played sports. Ugh. Yeah, how you gonna play sports? And that's obviously your thing. You practicing, going to drills. You know what I mean? Like, why would somebody want to be with you when they know that your thing is your thing? Mia says, I don't think anything is off limits. Being able to do it is another thing. TK Wright says, you gonna get this work. Yeah, that's loaded Lux right there. That's loaded Lux. That's loaded Lux. Mia says, I can hear O saying that to his girl. You gonna get this work. Nah, I don't bite nobody's shit. Carol says, me, I watch Animal Planet religiously. Yeah, animals is on some shit. TK Wright says, ugh, that same dude hated tattoos. I have a decent amount. If you're gonna be with somebody, you're going okay. Now I might be jumping out the window with this. So pardon me if I'm going too far. If I can't talk to you about what I'm into, what I do, like if I can't talk to you about my job, you don't want to hear about the place where I spend 8 hours of my day. 8 hours, 1/3 of my day is where I spend my time at work at. I can't talk to you about nothing dealing with that. All right, so that's close to me. And I can't talk to you about the things that I enjoy. Those things are close to me. Well, how would I be able to talk to you about, let's say, my kids? And to me, that's like dealing with a man or a woman that's not interested in your children. You know how some people be like, I don't want to date no man or no woman that don't have that has kids because I don't want to be a stepmom and I don't want to have to get into that and I don't want to have to make any children like me. I don't want to have to ingratiate myself to any children. Well, that's your choice. But if you're going to be with a man or a woman that has children and they love their children and their children are a part of their lives, then you're going to have to hear about that. You're going to have to even participate. You're going to have to be there. But imagine not being able to talk to your significant other, your man or your woman, or maybe even your husband, who may not be the father of your children or the mother of your children. Not being able to talk to them about your kids. It happens too. Yeah, it happens. People have thousands of people have hooked up with somebody who wasn't interested in their children, didn't even like their kids. Play favorites with their kids, like my kids versus your kids. We blending families and separating them we blended families and segregating them at the same time. You seen it. You seen it. We are blending families and segregating families at the same time. Like, okay, so I do this with my kids. I treat my kids good, but I treat your kids like shit. And when it comes up, I'm totally denying it. No, that's not. It's just that sometimes your kids be doing stuff, to my kids or to me. And when I check them, then I'm supposed to be wrong. Oh, your kids don't never do nothing wrong. Now, I'm not saying that my kids don't never do nothing wrong, but my kids ain't disrespectful like your kids. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm jumping out of the window, relating that to not being able to talk to your man about tattoos or Comic-Con or the homemade iced teas from the Chinese store. You know, sometimes you just gotta talk to your woman about the homemade iced tea from the Chinese store, or the lemonade, or the pink lemon. Sometimes that might be your thing. That might be your thing. I want to talk about this homemade iced tea from the Chinese store. Let me get to. My girl gonna drink this shit. She'll understand. She'll understand. This is good shit. No, this ain't nice. This ain't Nest tea. This is homemade iced tea from the Chinese store. Have you ever asked yourself, for y'all, for y'all Chinese store iced tea drinking ass niggas, you ever ask yourself what kind of iced tea that is? Y'all just accepted that it's homemade iced tea. It ain't even made in a home. It's made in the store. You seen them? Well, no, we never actually seen them make it, did we? We just see them bring it out, put it in the refrigerator, take it out of the refrigerator, accept your dollar or however much it costs, and keep it moving. I'm just saying. Listen, I want to talk to y'all today about this homemade iced tea from the Chinese store. I got you one, baby, and I got the straw. You know what I mean? Here. Oh, they forgot to cut the top. I'm gonna cut the top for you. Let me get this knife. Cut the top for you. Put that straw here, baby. Drink this. Ooh, they made the shit out of this, right? I love homemade iced tea. Don't you like homemade iced tea from the Chinese store, babe? Ain't it shit good as shit, ain't it? This is how I get my sugar fix right here. Shoot, I might lose my eyesight and my leg over this shit, but I don't give a fuck because I'm diabetic. Oh, babe, where you at, babe? Oh, there you go with you drinking that iced tea? Ain't that shit good, babe? Babe, shit, where my stick at? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold on. It says YouTube has a lot of ish. I get hooked and lost. Okay. Carol says, I love researching my family history. Okay. Mia says, he wouldn't be my husband if he didn't want anything to do with my children, but some women have done it. Unfortunately, some women have said, all right, I can get around him not being a father or father figure to my kids as long as they school tuition is paid, they get to have iPhones, maybe even cars as teenagers, Gucci bag, whatever. People will substitute a lot of their happiness for money when the money is supposed to supply the happiness. Think about what I just said, man. Play that again in your head. People will substitute their happiness for money when the money is supposed to be the source of happiness. That's what we all say. If I as long as my bills are paid and all of that, man, I can be happy out here. I can be good. As long as I'm getting this money. I don't need no love. I need money. Until you get the money and no love, and you realize I need the love. I need the love. Monica, Queen Monica Davis. What's going on, Queen Monica? Queen Monica. Oh my God. Listen to y'all. I can't even do no conjecture with y'all. TK right talking about something. That lemonade be good. It's not homemade though. And Carol talking about some it's Lipton iced tea mix. No, it ain't. I don't know what that shit is, but it ain't Lipton. I don't think it's Nestea either. Or Salada. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never seen them take a spoon and actually make this shit. They talking about some homemade iced tea. I ain't never bought it in the home. They ain't selling it in their home. They selling it in the stores, and I ain't see y'all make that shit. Now, side note, I ain't drunk no shit like that since the 90s, and I'm not. Anything that ain't prepackaged from the Chinese store, I get a little. That might. They might have put COVID in that bitch. That might have been how COVID spread in the black community. They put that shit in the lip in the homemade iced tea. It just snowballed from there. They slipped the COVID in the shrimp fried rice. That'll get them. All right. Anyway, Carol said it's good though. Queen Monica says when I worked in the field, I used to get the hot tea from the Chinese store. It was freezing in the winter, and I had not discovered the thermal mugs. TK Rice says, sure is, Carol. I was told so back in New York City. Man, y'all trust the motherfuckers. Y'all like you ain't gonna tell me. First of all, they not paying for no actual Lipton brand iced tea. You ain't gonna tell me they are. No. They might have went to they might have got that shit from where Save a Lot be getting they shit from. But that you ain't gonna tell me that was no Lipton. Because if that was Lipton, they would have said Lipton homemade iced tea. They ain't say that shit. And that shit wouldn't have been no $1 or $1.50, however much it costs. Shit, 32 ounces. All right. And they put it in the same container as they put some shrimp lo mein in. The lo mein and the iced tea come in the same container. They don't seem a little, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Nah, son, nah. Mia says, if I couldn't talk to my man about things that interested me or things that spoke to the heart of me, then I would feel like he isn't really down for me. I would question what I really am to him. Sounds fair to me. Carol says, Taki, I saw them making it one day. So that's why it's so good. I don't know, man. Something tells me y'all that I don't know. Nope. I ain't doing it anyway. Y'all enjoy that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting diabetes, COVID, HIV, or none of that shit. I ain't getting none of that shit, because I drank the iced tea. Anyway, CK right says that's how I felt, Mia. He started looking up Eagle stats. I guess it's a start. Cool. Mia says I saw them making it once with Lipton and more sugar in it. Mm-hmm. They was adding power to this shit. Yeah, why you gotta put more? Yo, they say niggas like it sweet. We gotta put that. This is why it's Chinese homemade iced tea. We put extra sugar. You know what I mean? This had the kids up all night. This is why this got the ADHD in it. This will have you needing Ritalin. This means your kids can't concentrate in school. They fidgeting all day. I said, this make them violence on the subway. Can't get the train today. This got your kids fucked up. Got you fucked up too. You think you're all right. I said, Some extra sugar in the iced tea. The extra sugar in the iced tea. Some extra sugar in the iced tea. 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 That shit is fucked up, nasty, nice tea. Okay. Carol says, "Oh yes, it is, Omar. I saw them making it at China King in Cheltenham. That's in Cheltenham. You seen them making that shit in the burbs. That's across the street on Cheltenham. You saw them making it on the good side of Cheltenham. You ain't see them make that shit on the West Oak Lane or Mount Airy side. No. Now I know why. Yeah. You saw them making that shit out in the county because if you let them find out you adding in high fructose corn syrup or some old crazy shit out in the county, they gonna shut your ass down. You know how hard it is to get zoning out in the county. And Philly, we got these smoke shops. I don't know what the hell they doing. Them shits is open 24 hours a day. I don't know what niggas is. I don't know what they selling in there, but whatever it is, it's illegal. Because only things that stay open all night that's not a national chain is illegal. Yo, y'all gonna stop yelling at me. Tell me something. Yes, it is. TK right says it might be Costco iced tea mix. Okay. I don't accept that as Lipton. Not on this side of Cheltenham Avenue. No. Not on this side of City Line Avenue. No. Not on this side of Cobbs Creek. No. No. Bippity boppity boop. Carol says could be Taki. You know how they do cheapest and make no. That's what. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Y'all know what it is. Mia says yes, Taki. At least look it up and see why the internet is there. The soup container. And the soups too. That's what. Yeah, you get some wonton soup, motherfucking vegetable soup, some chicken and rice soup. Yeah, you got it. Say containers. Yeah, Chinese ice, homemade iced tea, man. Yeah, and look, I can't talk to my girl about my feelings about, you know what I mean, how they giving out COVID, HIV, diabetes over in the Chinese stores. You think I'm being prejudiced. You think I'm being a bigot. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing against no Asians, but they ain't the only Asians. Shit, India's Asians too. How come we got to call the Chinks Asians? They ain't no more Asianer than nobody else. You know what I mean? Afghanistanis, they Asians too. Iraqis, they Asians too. Russians, they Asians too. Pakistanis, they Asians too. Why we got to call them Asians? You know what I mean? No, y'all ain't the only Asians. We got other Asians. I ain't calling no Asians. No. It's a crusade. I can't talk to my girl. She ain't saying you. I'm on some revolutionary shit. You know what I'm saying? She said, you know what I mean? I need to be nice to people. You know, we all people of color. I'm like, fuck people of color. If I can't be pro-black, totally pro-black, and nobody else around my girl, I can't talk to you about that. Well, I'm gonna quit you then. You Oreo, switch side ass chick. You know what I mean? You come around with that liberal ass shit, Al Sharpton following ass John. I can't do it. I can't talk to her about nothing rad. I can't talk to her about nothing rad. Yeah, I mean, what you want? You little white boyfriend? You probably had a little white boyfriend back in the day, didn't you? Yeah, you look like you a Tommy chaser. You know what I mean? Old Brad following ass. Get the fuck out of here. And yes, I'm fully aware that there are black men named Brad. But they ain't real. You know Bradley Farrakhan's out here? Anyway. TK Ray says, ooh, you got your lo mein in that container? I've seen, yeah. When you get the large come in that container. I've seen it. I done seen it. Maybe it wasn't a lo mein. It might have been the yacht. It might have been the yacht. You know, beef yacht, pork yacht. Speaking of yacht, did you know yacht is not a word acceptable on Scrabble or Words with Friends? I don't understand that. I'm like, it clearly says on the menu, beef yacht, pork yacht, YAT. But you can't play that word on Words with Friends. It'd be like, triple word, nah. We about to get on the pot here. Let me read the rest of these comments, do these birthday shout outs, and let's route. Mia Cunningham says, haven't drunk homemade iced tea or pink lemonade in years. What is pink lemonade anyway? I used to drink it and didn't know what it was. Glad I know better. It's the same thing as strawberry milk. Yeah, strawberry milk. Comes from a strawberry cow, a red bone cow. Okay, anyway, Mia says, I don't drink it and would never let my son drink it. Carol says, Burns, Smurf, Smurfs, Omar. Smurfs. Stacey White says, porn is okay as long as it's not gay porn. Oh, we're not doing that. Yeah, you right, Stace. Porn is okay as long as we ain't talking about, yeah. If you messing with somebody that's into gay porn, they either trying to tell you something about themselves or they trying to make you into something that they think you are. I read Mia's comment wrong. Okay. Haven't drunk homemade iced tea or pink lemonade in years. What is pink lemonade anyway? I used to drink it and didn't know what it was. Glad I know better. Okay. I don't drink it and would never let my son. I thought I read that right. But okay. Okay. I seen lo mein. Y'all don't live in North Philly. I do. We're gonna leave it at that. I live in North Philly. Y'all don't live in North Philly. So where y'all, you already seen that Carol, getting premium iced tea mix, in they neck of the woods. Down here, we don't. I live in North Philly, so yes, I've seen yacht and lo mein in the container, as well as the soup in the container. Tell me what I saw. I mean, I could go get it right now. It take them 10 minutes to make. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. TK right says, Stacy said enough about this lemonade. Let's talk about porn, boo. Yeah, well. Carol says, not me, Mia. Mine is an aluminum pan with a plastic lid. Mia said, he really did, but he don't like how we talking about the homemade iced tea. Look, it is what it is. Yeah, like Chad. Mm-hmm. I see what you did there, Carol. Like Chad. Word. Mia says, so if you saw the noodles in a soup container, why couldn't we have seen the iced tea made? Down here in North Philly, they do not let you see that iced tea being made. Now, wherever y'all saw the iced tea being made, y'all saw it. I have never seen the iced tea being made. I've seen them bring it out on the tray and put it in the refrigerator. I've seen them do it, but I ain't never seen them stir nothing. There's certain things that they just don't let you see down here. You know what I mean? Like you don't see where Easter eggs are made unless your mom's make them herself. Other than that, they just pop up where you hunt them. All right, man. Let me get up out of here. Okay. Carol says, "Tell him, Taki, you grew up. You ain't see him make that iced tea at 16th and York, though. That's what you didn't do, Carol. You didn't see them make no iced tea at 16th and York. By the way, at 16th and York now, you know it's a bar on the corner. And if they mess around, it's gonna be nothing but, well, at 15th and York, you know, it's a deli on the corner. Ain't no bar. They got rid of the bar. No bar. Stacey White says, that's my security weaving makeup. I like being girly. Oh, that's your security weaving makeup? You like being girly? That makes you girly? Let me keep it moving. The Easter bunny makes Easter eggs, sir. Exactly. We never see him lay them shits. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 7th, May 18th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT, they get number one out the box. Homemade iced tea. Golden Dragon, Chinese and American food. Happy birthday. And also, Thompson Torrey, happy birthday to you. And Caribbean Cass, happy birthday to you. And Larryetta Nix, turning 63 years old, 63 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Jackie Toussaint, turning 52 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Kenya Kane Wiggins, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, Yamaya Israel. Yamaya Israel. My girl, turning 29 years old today. Yesterday. Oh, no. Wait. There's one more left. Last but not least, go-getter Anna Fleet. Yamaya Israel and Anna Fleet are go-getters. Happy birthday to them. And also yesterday, Lakeitha Gregory. She's a go-getter. And Brigitte Stokes. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all y'all. All y'all. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious May 18th. I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who drink Chinese iced tea. And anything can happen to those who have yacht and lo mein made in the same container as the homemade iced tea and lemonade. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, being able to talk to your man and your woman about anything that's going on inside of you, around you, with you is ultra important. You know, I mean, the biggest source of loneliness, stress, and depression is isolation. When you feel like you're the only one experiencing something, nothing can make you more anxious than that, because you don't think that anybody out there can relate or that can help or fix it. So being able to talk to somebody and just be able to get it out can help you put things in proper perspective. Two heads can very much be better than one in that scenario. So, if you're not with somebody that you can talk to, then I suggest that you make it that way. Communication is sending and receiving, sending and receiving. If you're not even able to send, there's no way you're going to ever be able to receive. Now, some people are going to take this too far and be like, yeah, well, what I need to talk to my girl about is my other girl, or the fact that I got somebody else pregnant. But shit, there have been couples that were able to talk about that shit too. It might sound crazy to you, but it happens. You know what I mean? There are many people out there who have had to deal with this type of situation. But if you can't talk to your love about what's going on with you, it's going to be hard to establish trust. And if you can't establish trust with the person that you're supposed to love, I don't know that you really are going to have the love that you're looking for. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another daily go-getterism show. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right, so Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Yeah, and 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, but all right, I fucked it up. All right, go. Holla.